My name is Marcin, and I will try to uh, take you to the journey into the Excels and product catalogs management during this presentation. And I'm the founder and CEO of the Ergonode PIM. This is the quite new on the market PIM platform. We are the SaaS solution. We started as an open source project a few years ago, but we see that the more opportunities we see in the SaaS version, so we decided to go with the SaaS solution, but still our open source version is available on the GitHub. We call ourselves open SaaS solutions because we've got a lot of APIs when you can create and connect the third-party solutions. And build the third-party apps for some customizations, automations in the platform. We started our market growing in 2022 as a separate company. Before that, we was the part of one of the Polish agencies called Strix. I think when I prepared this presentation, I have the problem with the starting, so I decided to go with the memes because it's quite easy to give you some ideas of Excel. Excel is the hero of a lot of memes, as you see there. And the funny situation is when I prepared the slides, my 7-year-old son came to my room and asked me what I am doing. I prepared a serious presentation about the numbers, formulas, files, and they see my face and, but there's the memes, you know. So I asked him, okay, but I try to make audience more engaged. So he gave me advice. Let's play the AC/DC, he tell me. And why? Because they will engage. So I did it, but in Excel mode. Unfortunately, Wi-Fi. But maybe. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's working with the better internet. But to be more serious. Excel was born in 1985, and for that moment, it was the truly revolutionary idea because it gave the people the power of the mastering the data, the various data. And as you see, there is a lot of changes in the log in the software, and I think that this is the one of these softwares on the market that makes a big impact on the people business behaviors because everybody knows Excel. And if you think about the today's common retailers, you see a lot of roles involved in managing the typical commerce data. It could be the content writer, it could be the e-commerce manager, the marketing manager, logistic director, operations director, even the managing partner. Almost every company use the data somehow. Some time ago, I found the market research report that about the usage of the product data into the B2B companies and manufacturers. And what is surprising to me that more than 50% of the companies uses files, the Excel CSV files, even the TXT files as a notepad in their companies, because almost every company probably in the world uses Excel as their software to managing some data. And why? Because spreadsheets has a lot of pros. It's a great flexible platform with great flexibility. So you can manage the financial statement. You can create your own homemade shopping checklists. You can create the project pipeline or marketing activity plan. So great flexibility. Of course, you've got multiple ways to build and manage the data with lots of formulas, lots of calculations, dependencies, referrals, etc. So it's powerful. And what is, I think, the most important, that this software is familiar with everybody from the school age, because we learned that software in our school. So everybody knows it, and every company could have the specialist of Excel in easy way. But the spreadsheet and the Excel is not the holy grail, so there is a lot of cons. The same like the hard learnability and readability of the big data models. It's prone to mistakes and errors. Only two-dimensional data model, because in overall it's still the table, even if you put many referrals to other worksheets, and but still it's the table with the data. And it has a lot of limitations of rows and columns. So if you want to prepare the data with the huge volume of the catalogs, it will be hard. And the last thing, spreadsheet was not designed from the scratch as the tool to manage the product information and product catalogs, but people use it for it because it's quite easy tool to use it for almost everything. But what challenges do companies face with the products today in today's world? I think that to answer to these questions, we need to think about the typical product. For example, this shoe. What is important when you digitize this product? That you not see the real product. You see only an imagination of the product with provided data to you, and this data which is connected to this product is called product information. So everything what describes the product is called product information. Even on this case visible on the screen, we can only imagine how comfortable these shoes can be, how fast we can run in that shoe, and of course how much it's to our outfit. But still it is an imagination, so the challenge is how to create the image that reflects reality as close as possible to and convinces us to buy at the same time. So when you think about the selling and shopping before and in today's world, before it's quite easy, because we went to the store, we take the product from shelf and try it on ourselves, and it's quite easy to make the decision to buy. If it was okay and the price was okay, we can buy it. There is no need for many retailers to think about the product information, about describing the data and creating some data. So in many cases, before the e-commerce revolution, the only attributes that are describes the product are typically the ID, reference number, getting number, maybe brand, maybe name, and that's all. Maybe in tech industry, there are some more technical specifications, flares, and that's it. In today's world, we mostly, at the moment, buy in non-in-person way. So we buy by the internet, and there is a lot of channels, a lot of languages, a lot of markets, and in the end, a lot of product names, a lot of descriptions, a lot of SEO meta titles, a lot of media, etc., etc., etc. Multiple way of thinking about the products and the information related to that product. It's like a huge cloud which are related to the to every product. And if you want to manage this relations, you should think about some steps. First, the taxonomy, so the structure of the product catalogs, the permissions for the users, flexible data model of the product families, the completenesses and data consistency and quality. You should think about the process of enrichment in your company. It's very important to set the right flow of the enrichment, because the enrichment process at the moment is no one-man job. And of course, you should distribute the products to other localizations for build the content for specific channels, etc. And the last one, it's very important to think about the easy onboarding to your products catalogs, because the average time where the people spending in the one company is only the 2 years in average position. So I think that this is very important to make easy onboarding process to your product catalog management softwares. And all of that challenges are solved typically by the PIM platforms. So the PIM platforms usually makes easy for merchants to create, manage, distribute, collaborate with the data, especially with the product information data. So it's quite easy to onboard the data using the files or make the connections to the ERP systems or other internal systems. It's quite easy to make the tool powerful for management and distribution the data to other channels like the Sylius store or marketplaces, or maybe printed catalogs or other proposals. So I would like to say that the main case is the centralization of the data, and I would like to go more deep through this case. If you would like to do this in Excel, probably you will see some kind of the big mess table, with a lot of columns, a lot of cells. If you have the assortment more than 100,000 products, you will have the more than 100,000 products, 100,000 rows. And if you have the wide range of assortment, you will have the probably more than thousands of columns. It's hard to manage because it's very easy to make the mistakes in that kind of big spreadsheet, and probably the loading time for that weight of the data will be long. In the PIM systems, you have quite different possibilities. So you can manage your assortment in many ways. For example, you can see the work in progress in the Kanban mode. You can see the typical view, which is announced from the e-commerce world, because every e-commerce site has the similar listing page with the images. You can, of course, have got the more sophisticated view with inline editing. But when you go to the product page, in almost every system, the PIM system, you will have the right structure of the data. I see that the video file is not working well, but you see the sections with the general information, with the all of other data. So as you see, there is the more easy to structure the data, to find the right specifications, the right assets, what is impossible in the typical Excel management, because Excel doesn't have the possibility to it's not working correctly. Sorry. With these videos, I can show you our system live close to our booth. So in the PIM system, actually, you can store all of the data in Excel. There is no possibility for that. Okay. Yeah. So if you compare the cons and pros, spreadsheet cons and PIM system pros, you will see that for the centralization all of the data in company, you will have the readability. There is the hard to use or almost impossible to manage the many columns and many attributes. You will not be able to store the assets. This is the real problem. And hard to classify the product in a very useful way, build the data classification models. And of course, it is almost impossible to create the rich content because rich content in Excel is poor. If you think about the PIM systems, it's totally the opposite because these tools are created for the making the classifications and management way more easier and better than typical Excel platform. And of course, they are ready typically to be ready for the out of the box to manage the 100,000 or more products. And this is the real pros of the PIM systems, to manage the multiple catalogs and the wide range of assortment. Case 2, one of the most important things to make product information more safety and more consistency at all. And in that case, of course, in Excel you can use a lot of formulas to do this. Like I've got here the screen in Polish, but this is the join the text. So probably you can use some cells as the like kind of variables to join the text, for example, and creating the name. But it's hard to use. And if you have got a lot of these formulas, it's easy to make the mistakes. So still in Excel you can do this, but the time, the effect will be not very good in the large scale. In the PIM systems, if the video works properly, I would like to show you some. So here you've got the possibility to create the data with the standardized way of the option list attributes. So you, in many cases, choose only the attributes from the lists. Then, to make more consistency in the descriptions, the PIM systems usually have the ability to put almost every attribute as a variable. So in the end, you can have if you have the more advanced features in the text or hard spelling and hard typing product model or brand, you can easily put this as the attribute, variable attribute in the description, and you will have the always consistent value of that kind of data. Of course, it is ready for translations, so you can, for example, use it for building the auto-naming for each channels, so it's quite easy to use it. And in the end, the data is with high quality and completed. PIM system usually track the completenesses and missing translations. So you see everything in one place, all of the languages, all of the data, and probably it was maybe more easier to do that compared to Excel. So when we compare this kind of challenges, We see the hard learnability to use formulas in Excel. And another one thing is no advanced ACLs and roles management. So if you have the bigger teams, the problem with Excel is that you will have the problems with set the right permissions for the users and the privileges, set the right workflow of enrichment process. How to manage dictionaries. It is possible to connect other worksheets, but it's still very hard to use with the large scale. The PIM system is totally opposite because you've got the history of every operation, advanced ACLs, easy to manage list options and manage all of the attributes which are used to build your data models. So it's quite easy with maintenance, with development and growing your products catalogs. Yeah, and the first case is managing at scale, because when you want to managing at scales, probably you will have the one big thing, how to create the and edit the values of the product in the bulk way. So in the PIM systems, usually you have a lot of mass actions, a lot of possibilities to automate the way of working. For example, you can use these variables with the mass actions and set the right naming for all of the products in the seconds, even in the many languages. So it's more easy to set up, more easy to find the to change the data at the scale. In Excel, you will have got the hard readability of the product catalog in the scale more than 2,000, 300,000 products. So so it's in many companies there is the syndrome of frozen man, because nobody wants to touch that kind of huge Excels, and this is the huge problem. And because it can be easy to make mistakes with touching that kind of huge database in flat files. In the PIM systems, you have got a lot of possibilities to automate the way of working. You can create the third-party apps for automations and building the connectors to different channels or different other systems. You've got the validation standards and many ways of classifying the products and attributes. You've got the various mass actions to change the data in a bulk, and of course advanced methods for onboarding the data using files. So it's way easier to grow and faster to grow with using the PIM solution. But this is the only today's words, because I think that we should prepare for the future in the end. And I've got the video here, the really cool 2 minutes presentation about the new regulation in European Union. It's called DPP. This is the digital product passport. And this is what is happened in the future. Probably it will not work well, but I will try and explain you what will be the not so far future, because in many industries like batteries, the regulation and implementation of this DPP starts next year. So almost every industry in the European Union will be involved in that DPP idea. So this huge cloud of product information related to the product will be bigger. So there is, I think, that no possibility to use Excel for the management of the product catalogs anymore, especially with this DPP. Not working correctly, sorry. I can send you the link if somebody wants about DPP. This is the really big idea and change a lot from the perspective of the merchant and the manufacturer. The idea is about taking maybe I will show you the screen one here. Well, it's not the one sentence because this is the animation, but the idea is to bring to the every product the full information about life cycle. So you'll have got not only the base model information like the IDs, information about the products, properties, features, etc., but the deeply knowledge about the materials with the information from which supplier is every material, and then a lot of information from the selling perspective. So who are the on which platform the product was selling and taking from one hand to another hand, and the full information about repairs, returns, etc. So this is the huge project in EU, starting with the battery industry in the next year. Next phase will be the textiles probably, and other industries soon. So I think that everybody should be prepared for that, thinking in the future that there is no longer easy descriptions and easy way of management of every data in the flat model. There will be the systems which are helping us to do this more efficient, especially with this DPP era. So thank you for the presentation. If you have some questions, I will be in the booth, or maybe I can ask here. So, yeah.
I have a question regarding the workflows that you have for editing products.
Yeah.
Assume that you've got 5 suppliers and you put on your website from these 5 suppliers around 100K products. Let's say 3 months further down the line, you realize you need additional attributes or you need to edit an existing attribute and all that.
Yeah.
How do you handle that in Ergonode, and how do you make sure that you send per sync only the differences for the products, or do you send everything?
Well, we've got the possibility to create many completenesses. So it's not the one completeness per product. We've got the completeness for the set of the attributes. So, for example, in the workflow, you can create the few statuses, and the transition between that statuses based on the specific rules, and use these completenesses to manage. So if you change some data, the system and this completenesses will changes, and the system will know. So this is the way how it could be provided with the knowledge that everything is fine. In the future, we plan to improve it with the making the version of the publications. So every product will have the different versions after the publication, and probably it will be available in the next half of the next year. So we are working on this. But at the moment, with the set of right segmentation rules, because we've got the quite good and quite impressive rules for making the product segments, and we see that many of our customers who are the bigger ones, so making so have the, for example, 500,000 products. They use a lot of type of APIs and a lot of segments connected to these API keys, and in that way they manage and sending the data very fast and in the more complex, I think way. It's in large scale. I think that there is no one simple answer, so every case is different. But I can tell you, I can show you in the both how usually our clients work with the large set of data.
The reason I'm asking this is because updating products and keeping them up to date after you have initially published them,
Yeah.
it can be a pain.
Yeah,
Especially
true, true. Definitely, yes. Even if you have the PIM systems, no, every case is very easy. Yeah, so yeah, it's true. Thank you.